My name is Michael Granoff, and I'm the CEO and founder of Pomona Capital, a private equity firm that specializes in the purchase of secondary interests in private equity funds. I started the firm about 32 years ago in 1994, and it's actually named after the street that I grew up on as a child in Worcester, Massachusetts. I was attracted to the purchase of secondary interests in funds because of the way that private equity funds work. You see, they're generally 10-year limited partnerships where people put up money up front, and it takes years to invest that money in companies, and then it takes years for those companies to mature and to then be sold or taken public. And so I thought, what if we would be able to buy into those funds not when they were starting in year one, but in year five or year six? And at that point, you'd know about the companies that the fund had invested in, and you'd be able to look at each company individually, and you could buy them hopefully at a discount to their net asset value. And you wouldn't have to wait so long to get liquidity. So if you could combine all of those things, it turns out you didn't have to trade risk against return. We developed the Pomona specific strategy, trying to provide four things to investors: diversification, very high quality assets. The difference between being really good at this and being just okay is really big, bought at a material discount. So, this discount factor gives us both risk mitigation on the downside and gives us increased return potential on the upside. And the fourth thing that we wanted to do was to be able to provide people with a private equity option that had more natural liquidity to it. Pomona was one of the earliest entrants to offer our private equity strategy to individual investors. So we've got a lot of experience doing it. We want to basically give individual investors the same kinds of portfolios that the most sophisticated institutional investors have. We think we can provide individual investors with something that balances risk against return in an environment today that's not easy. And so we need to make sure that we can both safely navigate from a defensive point of view what's happening around us, and also at the same time have a very optimistic view and take advantage of opportunities. And that's what we've tried to do with it, with investors from when we started Pomona early on in 1994, and that's what we're trying to provide investors with today and going forward.